Magandang araw, brothers and sisters. My name is Brother Seven Juwat, and this is my wife, Sister MJ. We transitioned from SFC to CFC through the Young Couples Program in Laguna way back in 2014. We've been married for 6 years. We serve at Santa Rosa Bayan Chapter, West 2, and then last year we transferred to Alaminos Chapter, Central 2. Currently, we are serving as PFO Chapter Coordinator. Let's start. This is Couples for Christ Household Leaders Training Talk 1, Being a Servant. In this session, we will try to be a better Christian servants. We will try to understand the nature of Christian service. We will try to answer 3 questions. Why do we serve? Who we are as servants? And how do we serve? To understand why we serve, let's see these 2 basic realities. There are 2 opposing kingdoms, a kingdom of light and a kingdom of dark. Alam niyo naman siguro kung sinong leader dito at leader sa kabila. Mga kapatid, ang kalaban po natin dito ay hindi nanggaling sa mundong ito. Our enemy has spiritual power. As we can read in Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12.
For we are not fighting against flesh and blood enemies, but against evil rulers and authorities of the unseen world, against mighty powers in this dark world, and against evil spirits in the heavenly places.
Second, man is in sin and bondage and needs to be redeemed. Brothers and sisters, the real problem in the world today is not social ills, but sin. According to the Catechism of the Catholic Church, sin is an offense, disobedience, and revolt against God. When we sin, we detach ourselves from God. We forgot how to love. And that's why we have these problems in the world today. And sin, according to Christ, in John chapter 8 verse 34, is equal to slavery. Kaya po hindi tayo malaya hanggat nasa kasalanan tayo.
Jesus replied, I tell you the truth. Everyone who sins is a slave of sin.
Because of sin, we are not free to do what we are supposed to do. We serve because we are soldiers that God uses to bring other men back to Him. Ang kailangan nating gawin ay malipat yung mga tao dito papunta dito. In this war, ang tawag dito, spiritual warfare. Who are we as servants? Christian service is not about what we do, but who we are as we do it. To understand it, we must focus on being a servant rather than doing the service.
Luke chapter 10 verses 38 to 42. As Jesus and the disciples continued on their way to Jerusalem, they came to a certain village where a woman named Martha welcomed him into her home. Her sister, Mary, sat at the Lord's feet listening to what he taught. But Martha was distracted by the big dinner she was preparing. She came to Jesus and said, "Lord, doesn't it seem unfair to you that my sister just sits here while I do all the work? Tell her to come and help me." But the Lord said to her, "My dear Martha, you are worried and upset over all these details. There is only one thing worth being concerned about. Mary has discovered it, and it will not be taken away from her."
From the story of Martha and Mary, we learned that we should not be distracted by our service. Minsan sa ating paglingkod kay God, like for example through the community of CFC, sa sobrang focus natin sa service na binigay sa atin, unconsciously, nakakalimutan natin kung para kanino ba tayo nagsiserve. At bakit ba natin to ginagawa? And then, it all becomes just another task to complete kasi ito yung iniutos sa atin ng mga leaders natin. Ang resulta, mas madali tayong napapagod, naiirita, nagsasawa, and then, maglelo. Ayaw na nating mag-serve kasi toxic. Sobrang busy lagi, puyat, marami na tayong dahilan. This is the downside if we lost track of God when we are so busy doing the activities in the service. And then we forgot who we are. Am I doing this for God? Or para kay household head? Or para kay chapter head? Or para kay brother? Or para kay sister? For the sake of the chapter? Or for the sake of what others will say about me? Let us not be distracted. God is still and will always be more important than the service. And let us not forget to put love in every service that we do. Let's clarify our understanding of what it means to be a servant. Our duty as a servant, according to Luke chapter 17, verse 7 to 10,
when a servant comes in from plowing or taking care of sheep, does his master say, "Come in and eat with me"? No, he says, "Prepare my meal, put on your apron, and serve me while I eat. Then you can eat later." And does the master thank the servant for doing what he was told to do? Of course not. In the same way, when you obey me, you should say, "We are unworthy servants who have simply done our duty."
It's that we must do what our master told us to do. When I was in the CAT way back during my high school days, there's this so-called SOP or Standard Operating Procedure. And the first rule is, obey first before you complain. And I was like, Anong purpose ng pag-complain kung nagawa mo na? But according to Luke, during the time of Christ, yung mga servants ay talagang ginagawa nila yung trabaho nila to serve their masters. Because that is their duty. It's like their way of life. They willingly obey, period. No complaints or whatsoever. And in the sense, this is what God is telling us. As His servants, we must do what He wants us to do. Our identity as a servant, according to Philippians chapter 2, verse 5 to 8.
You must have the same attitude that Christ Jesus had. Though He was God, He did not think of equality with God as something to cling to. Instead, He gave up His divine privileges. He took the humble position of a slave and was born as a human being. When He appeared in human form, He humbled Himself in obedience to God and died a criminal's death on a cross.
Is that we must be humble and honor others more than self. Ano man yung posisyon na meron tayo in doing our service, let us not forget that we are still His servant. His servant. So it doesn't matter what's our role in the community. Even if it's big or small, maybe you're the sector head, the provincial coordinator, or even if taga-timpla lang tayo ng juice sa CLP. Still, we are all His servant and must do our part in His service. Wala tayong pwedeng ipagmalaki kay God. Whatever He wants, or whatever we have, He owns. Even the position and the service. He can give and He can take away. Kaya hindi rin tayo pwede maging choosy. So instead of bringing other servants down, let us honor each other. Remember, Christ said, whoever wants to become great among you must be your servant. And whoever wants to be first among you must be your slave. Our obedience as a servant. According to Hebrew chapter 5 verse 8.
Even though Jesus was God's Son, He learned obedience from the things He suffered.
That we must pray and obey God, even through sufferings. One of the things na pinakita ni Christ sa atin when He was a human is how obedient He is to the Father. Actually, yung pagkakatawang tao niya is dahil sa pagsunod niya sa Ama. And as we know, He goes all the way to His death for us. And I think Christ also taught us the trick to stay in obedience to God. And that is through prayer. Bilang mga Kristiyano, kahit nahihirapan tayo, in every situations, we just have to pray. And we learn to obey God kahit mahirap because of prayer. These are the obstacles to obedience. 1. We think of a servant as lowly. Tingin po natin sa mga alipin ay mga mababang tao. But remember, we are not just any servants. We are God's servants. 2. We think first of what is good for us. Normal po para sa mga tao ang isipin niya muna ang kanyang sarili. But then again, remember, a servant of the Lord is always looking out for how he can serve others. 3. Human rebelliousness. Normal din po sa ating mga tao ang magrebelde. But then again, we can repent and resolved to obey. 4. Lack of trust to God and others. But then, just have faith. So how do we serve? We must be a mature Christian servant. First, we apply our Christian wisdom and teachings in our life. Ibig sabihin, we walk our talk. Second, we must have a strong relationship with God, with our families, and with our brothers and sisters. Third, let's have our daily personal prayer. Let's attend our meetings, especially our service in CFC. Kung ano man po yung service na naka-assign sa atin, let us be loyal to that and let us fulfill our service. Next, let us be men and women of our word. Commitment. Kung ano man po yung sinabi natin, gawin natin. Fifth, let's improve our shortcomings in life. Kung ano man po yung mga pagkakamali na nagawa natin, itama na natin, i-improve natin. Lastly, in our service, huwag sana maging motivation natin yung rewards and acknowledgement. Though we practice in CFC, our appreciation to our brothers and sisters, sana maging motivation pa rin natin, maging inspiration pa rin natin si God sa ating mga service. Mga kapatid, hindi po madali ang maging servant ni Lord. Sobrang daming pagdadaan ng hirap, and there are times na gusto na nating sumuko. And we can have these testimonies din according kay Paul. Sobrang hirap nung pinagdaanan niya.
2 Corinthians chapter 11 verses 23 to 28. Are they servants of Christ? I know I sound like a madman, but I have served him far more. I have worked harder, been put in prison more often, been whipped times without number, and faced death again and again. 5 different times the Jewish leaders gave me 39 lashes. 3 times I was beaten with rods. Once I was stoned. 3 times I was shipwrecked. Once I spent a whole night and a day adrift at sea. I have traveled on many long journeys. I have faced danger from rivers and from robbers. I have faced danger from my own people, the Jews, as well as from the Gentiles. I have faced danger in the cities, in the deserts, and on the seas. And I have faced danger from men who claim to be believers but are not. I have worked hard and long, enduring many sleepless nights. I have been hungry and thirsty and have often gone without food. I have shivered in the cold, without enough clothing to keep me warm. Then, besides all this, I have the daily burden of my concern for all the churches.
Pero huwag po tayong mawalan ng pag-asa dahil meron namang promise si God na nag-aantay sa atin. And that is according to John na i-honor ng Ama ang lahat ng naglilingkod sa Kanya.
John chapter 12 verses 24 to 26. I tell you the truth, unless a kernel of wheat is planted in the soil and dies, it remains alone. But its death will produce many new kernels, a plentiful harvest of new lives. Those who love their life in this world will lose it. Those who care nothing for their life in this world will keep it for eternity. Anyone who wants to serve me must follow me, because my servants must be where I am, and the Father will honor anyone who serves me.
And mga kapatid, isa pong karangalan na maging servant ni Lord. Hindi lang po tayo ordinaryong servant, kundi servant ni Lord. And for that, may God be praised.